Start stream. Where's my webcam again? Boom, we have a webcam now. Start ACC. Okay, steering wheel. How late are we? Well, we've very much missed out on practice at this point. It's not like I haven't. Gosh, like it's usually like months between two races for me. In any championships I drive. On any of the tracks I drive. Huh? Oh. That's why I don't have a chat. Okay. There goes my chat. So I just need to calibrate my model. Assert authority. Yep, we are well positioned. Mouth movements work. Everything is great. On this front, at least. Right. Okay, mouse movement there. Nope, we don't want to go into the settings. Multiplayer. Primary car we have to change, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Yes, we're going for this car. Can you, so. Oh. Make sure I select all. For some reason I had GT2 selected. Huh. TOGA should be enough to find this server. No, that's not it. Here it is. Okay, so what was the password again for the server? I could make a joke about the password, but like, should I? I mean, I have before leaked passwords straight up by accident. It's not like it's gonna make a difference. No one watches me anyway, so it's like, huh? Nothing of value is lost or gained doing this. Hanukkah and Jones are tied? They have the same lap time as each other. Also, I get -8 kilograms here. Okay. Jones gets -60. Sure. The fucking he needs more buff even. Sure. But yeah, both have put in a 53.347. Jesus. On the other hand, Burke is only 4/10 down on them, and he's also in the McLaren as me. So it's like, yeah, I guess we can do something then, huh? Like that's not bad. I mean, my expectations are low, but like, yeah, it's better than nothing. And he really doesn't have to prove anything. Yes, it's double points, but also like the drop round is technically not even applied to him. What temperatures are it? 33.26. I think one click down on the front. ABS down to 1. Anything else is stupid. Toe, no, we don't need that many toes on the rear. Front is fine, I would say, likely. We want to do a bit of caster. This could be the description for a. We need a bit of cast. This could be a description of how to build a D&D party, or more like how to build a. What is it? Called RTS. One RTS, build an army. Yeah, we need more casters than this. Alright, I mean the session is over at this point. Yep, now it's qualifying. We should probably reduce the fuel load because yes, we need to actually do half decent in qualifying. And there goes Kallum. Maybe he used the in-game chat, gets plus. I even download deliveries just earlier, Hanak. I might like subscribe to the correct. I'm pretty sure I am because it did download some deliveries earlier. So I'm pretty sure I am subscribed on Awesome Sim Racing to the grouping for this event. For this championship, so delivery set. But Hanak just, you know, he likes his carbon fiber and doesn't well upload. Well, I have done this technically before, but I usually don't run carbon. Okay, we might need to actually, you know, do something with the dampers, because man, this car feels like it's... I'm getting seasick from this car. Otherwise, yeah, the handling is pretty decent here on the outlap. Although it is of note, like for one lap pace, Burke has been usually better than me, but like race pace, I'm usually better than him. Usually, I think he finished second in Nürburgring. I think it was second he finished, which is a lot better than I did. Okay, I will build some gap now. Alright, there's this. I mean, sure, there's slipstream, but like I don't need to harass the guy throughout his lap. No point in that. And I have so much space behind it. I can use some of it. The race has a not up to pressure. Front left is though. Tire pressures will have to also sway on this one. Man, how early you have to brake for this corner to slow down. This corner is always awkward. It feels like the car actually wants to rotate into corners, which is, you know, kind of a first. I'm not sure if I should perhaps even turn off the TC, because with all the undulations that for some reason hit the car, it might be beneficial to just not have traction control. Cut the power over them. Okay, I can brake at the 100 marker there. Let's see what our first lap will be. I hope at least sub 55. Not expecting really much more from that. $54.4 from Anik. 53.8 from me. Nice. Anik did not actually set a valid lap. Well, I'm still half a second off Kallum, so. Fuck me. Braking performance. You had the wrong address for those. I'm really not gaining much time on this lap. My first run was apparently really good. Oh man, my front tire is already really high pressure. I lifted off the brake briefly. That torpedoed my run for the corner a bit. Dropped down to 4th already, man. Not even improved the position, what? My front left tire is overexpanded. Okay, that was not faster in any sense of the way. I mean, the topping out at 5th was faster. Because the car actually slowed down a lot quicker. And that time dropped. Man, the sweating qualifying in GT4 is something. But we do have pace. It's at least something. Even if I completely missed the apex though. I think we're gonna abandon this lap. Okay, that was too fast. It's odd because I did brake at the same point as I did last lap. And I only slightly overshot due to lifting off the brake there. So we were completely overshot. There have been 5 cars in GT4 that have even set a lap at all. Right, we could go full PSI down in the front left. That thing got completely overpressured. The rear tires on the other hand. Plus 04, I shall say. Front right on the other hand, minus 04. How's the tread pattern on these tires? Actually too little camber on the rear left somehow. Front left also could do with more camber. Front right is alright, rear right is not. That needs a bit less. So. I think we have everything then. Oh wait, we're on tire set 1 again. Fresh tire set we need. Need that. Fresh tire set if we don't want to run the same tire set again. Tire set 2, good. Oh. And yeah, only has some. Well, yeah, we actually have only 6 GT4s. No wonder. Thought we were a bit more heading into this final round. We did have in Monza a few people. I'm a bit stupid and just drove over a white line, briefly. Thought we had more at Monza. Like we had all the But the Geneta driver, the other Geneta driver that was constantly causing accidents. I mean, the two Audis are here. Our Mercedes opponent that pipped me for a position there last week is not here either. It's just Lukas, me, Berg, and Kallum Jones. Kallum did actually offer me to send the setup he drove at Monza, but like forgot to respond to him, so I'm sorry. I'd read it though. I think a point that didn't get across to him really about Monza was the fact that did I actually go live? Yeah, I'm live. Huh. But yeah, a point that didn't get across to him really was the fact that I thought the entire race that my car was having an additional restrictor applied from the BOP. Like, I felt like this just couldn't be. It's like, can't be that like my car literally is this slow in a straight line. But no, it turns out, yes, the Kuno's BOP is this broken on that truck that it nerfs the McLaren into oblivion. I mean, fair enough considering how powerful the car is at power car, but like, it's just... Why? I mean, it also works really well. Man, I just dropped a bunch of time there in the entry. I mean, I broke even coming out of the section. At least something. Because I just had no speed whatsoever on that track, and considering it's a car that lives and dies by the fact that it has straight line speed, where like a lot of what you can do with the McLaren is just being capable of out accelerating your opponents and outrunning them. And you hold on through the corners effectively. It's the interesting part. Yeah. Brakes? Nope, they just didn't want to turn up here. And I'm going slower rather than faster. It's a bit painful. Oh, and then Jones comes in and just goes, actually, we're gonna go half a second faster than the last time. What do you mean? Like, you're struggling to just match your own time?
Yellow flag, be careful there.
We have enough time to start another lap. Just, however, though. Because after 16, we're not supposed to start any laps, but like I had still a few seconds left. Wasn't quite ideal. Ah, overshot again. Any momentum just got killed. Oh, that was also not quite as good as it could have been. bit early there. Oh, overshot. Two tenths roughly. Just about to pip Hanak. But not enough. Not enough to even beat Berg. Again, he beats me out in qualifying. For some reason, he just has that bit more pace in qualifying than me. On the race, I usually am fast. I'm losing time in the middle sector to him. He's a way faster middle sector than me. Frustrating. Whatever, Wolf. So I should trim the car better and better in. Doesn't matter. Races where things are decided. And we're standing relatively strong with that. 2.4 liters a lap. 2.242. And we did beat Hanak in qualifying here, so it's just... I mean, we have to overtake Burke, obviously, at the start. If we want to go after Kallum, but like... I mean, we can briefly look at the current point standings in the championship, which are not favourable to me and not favourable to me. At least it's loaded a lot faster than earlier. Because... without even a drop round, because I think they forgot still to mark that stuff. Kallum is sitting at 157 points. I'm at 156. He's missed a round and has still outscored me. So, I feel like it should be a league or something. Yeah. 35 plus 40 plus 41 plus 41. He will obviously drop, has no points whatsoever with a dropped score. I'm on the other hand, 41 plus 20 plus 35 plus 30 plus 30. 156, and I would drop my 20 points for my lowest finish. Graham Potter, who isn't here, is P400 standings, and Burke, he's missed also one round, but he's sitting at 107. So even if he gets, even if I drops my worst result, which drops me 236, and Hanek's worst result is also 20 points, so like. Hanek is 7 points down on me. We have basically the same results, besides that last week I scored in the third place. Scoring. There's double points for the last round. Yeah, round 6, 80 points for a win. 70 for second, 60 for third. There were only 5 cars anyway. So the only way for me, if I finish behind Hanek, to not, you know, drop my position is, well, him finishing 4th and me finishing 5th. Because otherwise there's too much of a points gap. There's 12 points between 3rd and 4th. And then there's like 10 points, which is all too much. I need to finish in front of Hanek. It's like very important. Actually, aren't we 6 GT4s? Yeah, whatever. With 6, it's also the case with 7th. But it couldn't be like 2 position behind. It's like 8 points there. There's a bit too much. I have only 7. Yeah. So realistically, 10 points to finish in front of him. If we want to catch up to... I mean, if we don't count in a dropped score, right? Then to beat our friend Kallum, he I'll just have to finish in front of him. If we factor the dropped score in, I need to finish... He needs to finish 4th. Or worst, and I have to win. Because 3rd is not enough, it's 20 points. And with a dropped score, I'm 21 points behind. Because I'm already 1 point behind. So... what is the likelihood of him finishing 4th? Well, I mean, you know... He did get disconnected last championship in the first round at Imola, which handed me the win. I will remain with the opinion that I probably could have won that race still, because I was running him down. And whatever. It did allow me to very easily win the championship there. I did win actually 2 rounds in the previous season out of the 4, I think. Season 2 had 4 rounds, this season had 6. And I won 2 of the races, the first one and the last one. And Kallum won the in-between rounds. So yeah, Kallum held me, it's just a rocket ship driver. I also think the car has been played to very favourable. The Janetta is really not quite to be underestimated, and like Alex, I don't remember his last name. He raced it in the Track EU GT4 Championship, and he was the bane of my existence for a long time. Right. Okay then, well that's happened. At least I don't have a race this weekend. We have one on Sunday to Monday and then an exam on Tuesday. So, right. How long is the left in this qualifying session? 6 minutes? GT3 is lapping 43s around the circuit. I don't know if I should consider this very fast or like anything. I do remember with the Maserati I was doing also 53s on the circuit, I think, in qualifying. You couldn't really hold in race pace for a long time though. Well, it's a Maserati, so like doesn't held pace particularly well. Three McLarens in the front. The Honda hasn't still not set a lap time yet. No, McLaren hasn't set a lap time. Oh yeah, we do have the other. Yeah, Moberg and Stewart have actually turned up. They just didn't put a time. They weren't there during qualifying. Come on, Stevens. I believe in the N6. Prove that the N6 is superior. Unfortunately, it seems that the N6 has become the least powerful car in the recent updates. Which usually doesn't play well considering I'm, you know, committed to it. For V-Track. I could obviously take my 1 car swap and just decide to go to another car, back to the McLaren for example. Which would probably be best for me winning a championship because... And that's because after the last round, ISA is gonna be a pain for me. Now my advantage, I have 36 points roughly on him, but like even if I finish 2nd for the rest of the season, which is still 3 rounds that are remaining of the V-Track Championship, I will still only finish, I would still miss out very quickly, because I lose every single round quite a few points. So yeah, that's not good. I don't know how many rounds I actually lost on my points gap right now. Not many. And yeah, he's missed first round, so like obviously there's always the question, does he miss another one? I don't think he will. That's kind of the scary stuff. I don't think he will lose the another round in that championship. At least he has no lap in, Stevens. Yeah, he's all the shoulders in the Bentley, like that car has gotten buffed, my friend. If you 6 seconds off the pace, that's not on the car. Although you seem to be struggling with network connection, maybe? Because you do be teleporting a bit. You're pulling off, you're 3 seconds off the pace. What was that again? I don't know if this is on the VODs or anything. Like, it sounded like a fucking gunshot. Right when I pressed swap to a different car. Is my index cable again failing? Because, I mean, I hadn't had that. You would have visual glitches and the audio pop in and out, but not like that. Like, that's basically max volume, just BOOM! And like, I'm someone who runs his headset at like 12% of volume. 12, 20% of volume. I really don't run much volume. More on Linux, because for some reason Linux is more quiet. I don't know why. And Windows is very much so loud that I run 10 to like maybe 20% of max. Yeah, I need to look into the VOD if that actually comes on the recording, or if that's just actually my headset doing stupid stuff. Yeah, where did the Porsche? Well, he's driving. But in the spew. Let's go on board with the Bentley. Okay, he's not driving too well. He shouldn't be 6 seconds off the pace. Like, I mean, yeah, he's missing apexes and everything. It's not good, but not 6 seconds worth of time. You know, I could do the meme and actually swap back to the Bentley, but then again, they didn't buff the 2018 Bentley as much as they could have. They really buffed a lot the 2015 Bentley for whatever reason. I could go to the Nissan for V-Track, which would be halfway interesting. But then again, I love my mid-engine cars in some ways. Allows a lot of rotation. Maybe I try the Nissan before next week and then just go to Nissan and see out the rest of the season, I guess. Considering it got so much buffed, it probably will get an LFM Bob. Will be part of the LFM BOP going forward. Because of how long this... Because V-Track runs only every 2 weeks. It gives you a lot of time... gives a lot of time for like things like LFM BOP to come in. I really hope we get the BOP back, frankly. They do have some BOP actually in this race, by the way. The V8 Vouchers just get minus 20 kilograms, the M4 gets plus 16. So these guys here do have some BOP. You know, does LFM have a BOP again? Oh, this guy's like... He lost it again. How many valid laps did he actually set? Because we have him right in front of us, GT4s. He's lost... Valid lap is his fastest. 150. Yikes. He's like 2 seconds faster than GT4. Can't really say it's because he hasn't set another valid lap afterwards. It doesn't show the other laps. It shows just 2 out laps. Just his initial out lap, his first flyer, which is the fastest lap. Then an out lap, another out lap, and then his flying lap. His second flying lap. It's 30. Let me check that again. I want to see these numbers a bit detailed. He does. He does 30.5 in the first sector, 42.1 the second, and his fastest in the last sector is 36.7, which would put him like another second up the road because it's. No, not quite. Just another second. Okay. So, and compared to other GT3s, actually, why didn't I pop that up? Yeah, compared to the other GT3s, he's half a second down basically in the first sector than the next car, which is like 3 seconds up the road. And then wait, check those numbers again. He was here again. Yes. So, his first sector half a second down. The second sector he's 1.3 seconds down. Yes, 1.3 seconds. Third sector he is 1.2 seconds down. And this is to the next guy on the grid, who's about 3 seconds up the road to him. Yeah, 3.3 seconds. I mean, he doesn't have his best sectors in one lap, but like 3/10 down in the last sector on his best lap, but like he looks consistent. He does like high 46s consistent. Has put 3 high 46s in. That's unreasonable. Bentley on the other hand, like I mean, he did put 150s in, separated by 2 out laps, but sure. That makes sense. Right. We have everything. Car's ready to go. Still a McLaren, there's Jones. Right in front of me. There's the Bentley. And let's see how much we survive turn 1, because we are starting here in 16th, 17th, and 18th, and obviously lower down overall. So that's gonna be fun how turn 1 goes. This track is nearly as notorious as Barcelona with its turn 1 here. What am I saying? Like, this is Barcelona. It's nearly as notorious as Barcelona. Yes, Lukas. Nearly as notorious as Monza, goddammit. Monza, obviously. Is this like the door handle down there? I guess. This unlocks the door, I guess. Oh my car. I shall bring the cute and funny to everyone. Right. Taking 50 liters at the start. I have right now we're filling 35 liters in the pit stop. We shall adjust this when we get closer to the pit stop window.
30 seconds.
Fresh tires on the car. Everything is ready. ABS turn up for the formation lamp so we can get actually heat into the tires. Switch this display. Let's go. Shall we? Final round of the championship.
Stay single file. No tire pressure, stay away from curbs. 30 seconds. 10 seconds. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0.
Someone is having as bad of a week as I had on the Saturday last week. Although he has a long straightaway to catch back up to his position. He did take his time to accelerate up there. He might not make it at that rate. We shall see. If there's someone starting from the pit lane as we roll by. I'm already building a lot of heat because my brakes are already getting warm. Yeah, there's a long run to turn 1. On the other hand, there's just, you know, there's a bunch of GT3s in front of us, and that means we can't really accelerate that hard. I mean, we're not in GT2s, it's not quite as bad. I haven't seen how the SRXP guys are doing with their GT2, GT3 multiclass. They even have both, in both splits, GT2s. Very interesting. Both in Pro and AM split, they have GT2s. The Pro and AM GT2s. Yeah, I mean, considering there's people doing freaking lap times, GT3 lap times for GT2 cars, I'm like, no, I'm not bothering to do this with these guys. No. That's just like not my definition of fun. Hello, how are you doing? Speaking earlier of forgetting to DM someone, yeah, I definitely forgot you. Huh. Yeah, I was busy today doing assignments and stuff. Working on our processor project. But we are unironically building a processor. To deal further with VHDL, one of the worst languages ever developed. Sure, I think the Bentley was out of position there. Yeah, the Bentley should have been in front of Steve. I think that's what happened there. Not Steve, sorry, Burke.
Car on the left. 3 wide. All clear. Clear on the left.
Well, we did dispatch actually of Kallum. And he's back to 4th, so we're currently in a position to actually win the championship. Which is
Car on the left.
slightly crazy.
Clear on the left.
Lukas going for the moves there. Yes, for extra confusion, that guy's first name in the Porsche is also Lukas. Just spelled differently. Because I think he's Czech. If I remember correctly. Actually, we are not in a championship winning position because we still have to pass Burke here.
Clear on the left.
Which is, you know, a bit more difficult. But Kallum will for sure make his way back up past Lukas. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna finish 4th. It would be very surprising. He's already right behind him. I think we have the Bentley coming through again because the Bentley is really goddamn slow. Like, the guy is 6 seconds off pole time. in GT3. Oh god.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
What the actual fuck was that? Okay. You enjoy your dinner, I will be here still in like 40 minutes. Cleaned up your movie shelf. Interesting. There's a GT3 Porsche coming up. There's another one off the back of the field, guys. GT3. This is gonna be fun for me because he cleared the other guy on the straight. Maybe he clears me into this section here. Yeah, perfect.
On the right.
It's basically the least time lost that I'm gonna get away with him. It was gonna go awkward anyway. No sleep last night. Man, that sucks. I saw your community post, I think, about that you cancelled your RF2 stream because you hadn't gotten any sleep in. Fair enough, I suppose. We have right now a bit of a problem. I can win this championship if I pass the guy in front of me. But for some reason he's refusing to drive slower than me.
Warning for exceeding checkpoint.
Oh, go fuck yourself. Would you beat Batman in a fight? On how many shrooms are you again? And please don't answer just yes. No, I definitely wouldn't. Stupid fucking Cayman.
Losing to the car heading sector 1.
He still out-edged me in that lap. Jesus, Jones is still faster than all of us. We're doing qualifying laps at this point. Brakes? What the fuck was that about? I apply the brakes and they just like, nope. Nope, halfway out of the down the braking zone out completely. Like, I'm genuinely close to maybe, you know, I could maybe steal the championship, and then this guy goes, ha! You know, I couldn't get race pace the entire season, let's fucking do that now. Just to fuck with you. For some unbeknownst reason all of a sudden. Fuck. I broke a bit late. I can't afford miss things like this. Come on. Frustrating. I'm actually gaining on him through that right hand at the top. Oh, that's not good. That's probably track limits again. Lost 3/10 this lap. Yeah, you continuously lapse with lap times. Luckily we got away with without even getting invalidated, which is something. I lost already quite a bit of time in turn 1 last lap. Oh, come on, turn! Piece of shit. Brakes, 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 please. He has no race pace the entire season and then just suddenly turns up for the final race and goes, well, actually, I want to fucking win this now. Proceeds to run away from me. Continuously 2/10 a lap, which is like really fun stuff. I love that when that happens. When I get screwed over like this. Oh, brakes. They just fade away from underneath me. And he just keeps running. Come on, you stupid fucking piece of shit. Could you just slow down for a moment?
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
No, you go fuck yourself, Lucas. I have other targets that hound you. My only thought is the guy right in front of you stay behind me, for fuck's sakes.
Well done, mate. That's not fastest lap.
I'm still 410. I need 410s on him, for fuck's sakes. Because he doesn't, like, seem to have any issues. Brakes? Hello, game? Could you kind of alright me some? Hello? I broke at my normal braking marker. Why are these brakes, like, so unreliable? It's so annoying. Push down the pedal and just nothing comes out of it. Ugh. Now I have the Porsche back behind me. And he's just vanished into the distance, for fuck's sakes. Even further. Me dropping out of the slipstream due to the first lap is just one of the second lap, actually. Is the reason why I'm out of the slipstream. Because the idiot Bentley had to make a fucking dive on me. I dropped again time. Because my car takes a fucking 2 postcodes to stop. He just got running me slowly. It's so agonizing. Why does that always have to happen where I'm the one who loses out by like fucking 2/10s a lap? Like, that's just complete bullshit levels of advantage. Like, come on, you're in the same car, could you just suffer from some issues? Or like, you know, just fall back behind me to have a reasonable race here. You only beat me by 1/10 in fucking qualifying, can you kindly, like, go back to your performances that you had the entire season and not beat me? Because it would really suck if I lose the championship because this guy just won one race. Just stole a race win from me. It would be also good if you just made regularly mistakes with this car and just dropped some time, because this car refuses to consistently produce pace, except for him, obviously. Oh hey, brakes!
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
You've turned up for once, huh? What a fucking odd occurrence that is for you to actually work. Didn't know my car had those things.
Car on the left.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, dude.
Clear on the left. Car on the right.
You cost me so much fucking time with your stupid move there. And Jones immediately bolted into the pit lane. Hanek fucking body checked me off the road there. Thanks, Hanek. I absolutely don't fucking hate you for this. Because you're not getting my championship position. You're not. I will very much make sure that you don't. Oh, well, the stewards will, because that's just like fucking insanely like unfair maneuver there to body check me into the gravel there. But yeah, Kallum will probably beat me out of the pits, and at that point it's just race done. Like, just completely. Like, any chance I had on the championship just fucking evaporated because some stupid idiot door banked me off the road. Well, at least I didn't get mugged because my internet disconnected, you know. That sucked still more for him. It's not like I fairly earned the championship, really. But I will not, however, stand for this. Is Hannah getting away with running me off the road? Oh, he's coming in as well. I should have probably done that in another lap. That's why I push looking front left, go down. Otherwise, I think my tires are probably relatively fine. Come on, Jax. I'm perfectly lined up. Come on. He's off. Jax, he's rolling already. Come on.
Mandatory stop is not clear. Come on, let's go. Low tire pressure, stay away from curbs.
There's Jones coming already. If not already by. Oh, there he goes. Thanks, Hanak, you fucking idiot. Who body checked me off the road. How the hell did he actually increase the gap to me? I pulled way hard up on the pit line. It's like, come on, what is this bullshit? I didn't even fix my damage or anything. I'm not finishing 4th in this, like, that's definitely not happening. And they're not even losing time against me right now. Come on. Fair. Have a fucking... I want some basic fairness. My opponent's, you know, suffering from the same problems that I do. Which is losing time when you fight each other and a lot of issues. Like, no, they're not losing a fucking 10 for driving off the racing line. Thanks, dumbasses. Hello, I would like to gain on them because I am faster than them, for fuck's sake, game. Come on, can I just have fairness for once? And Kallum just flies by him. No, he hasn't, apparently. They're chasing each other over the road. Is he gonna actually pass him there? Yeah. Although, Kallum, Lukas goes for the cutback. Now they're actually fighting each other, and now they're costing each other time, actually. Yeah, I just beat my fastest time. Like 4/10. I think that's gonna be the pass now. Kallum is just too fucking fast for us. He held him up for a few corners, but like, it just wasn't it. You would have needed my slipstream, you know. If you hadn't fucking pit maneuvered me out of the way, you wouldn't have lost position to him now. No, he seems to just not be quite able to get back on him. Oh, that was too wide. Got away with a invalidation. And you drop the wheel there. Oh, and then my brakes don't work. Oh, thank you. Gotta love that. When I get a fucking opportunity to close in and my car just decides like, no. And there goes this 5 seconds. Fuck you. Right, half the position already. Well, I won't get the position against Jones though. So the race is already decided. The best way to get is third here. I mean, I just have to stay within 5 seconds of him. But yeah, he just buried any chance I had on like winning the championship and winning the race. in two ways, because he lost the position to Kallum and he lost because he, you know, moved me out of the way, so I lost my position to Kallum. I'm closing in right now. Hello, Carl.
Faster car approaching. Watch out.
Right, we now have to be lapped. For the most part, I avoided getting lapped in this race. Or having to at least interact with the GT3. Fucking hell! What is wrong with some of you guys? Like, you were completely out of all my mirrors.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Go for sensible move like this one, even though this cost me like half a second now to my car in front. You know? The guy I'm fighting, kind of. Kind of a big deal. But nah, you're gonna just eat him in a straight. Not cost him a single fucking tenth. Well, I don't know, because I had to let the fucking GT3 through. And everyone is doing quali laps here in this race. GT4, so that's extra fun.
Got the halfway mark. Keep pushing.
I'm running everywhere off the circuit right now. Car just not turning at all. I'm like actually driving away from me again.
Faster cars approaching.
And the thing is, I can't afford him to like run away this much. It's only a 5-second penalty. And he gained a full second this lap on me. Like fucking bruh, what lap time are you on? Once I will actually catch a GT3 on a straight. Yay! He's gonna pass me here, but like he's gonna dispatch them on the next one. Oh, the brakes suddenly fucking worked. Oh, I hate these brakes. Their utter unreliability is so frustrating to drive with. Still not gonna lose fucking any time to me somehow.
The car coming in behind you.
Despite being passed on the inside. I know already where this guy's gonna pass me. It's not gonna be on the back straight, pretty sure. Well, actually, it might be. Surprise, surprise, he actually passes me in the back straight here.
Clear on the left.
Except that he's too slow to actually clear me properly, so I have to still lose time. Brakes. slow down the car for fuck's sakes. Like, he's genuinely escaping slowly from me again. I'm barely keeping up with him, barely. Oh, GT3 right behind me again. He'll likely try to pass me around the outside, which is extra fun. Thanks for forcing me to lift there. Because you decided to do a dumbass move around the outside. Still 21 minutes remaining and Kallum is nearly 5 seconds up the road already to me. Yeah, at this rate he might pit stop cycle jump the other guy. Oh well, class leader. Oh, brakes, please! For God's sakes, just work. Halfway reliable. I'm keeping the gap roughly the same, but that wasn't this case because he got held up. I drove as fast as I could on that lap. You do gain a lot of ground on this straightaway here. Unless you immediately lose it before you even exit turn 1. Great, also I'm gonna have to do this again here, which costs me a lot of time. I don't know why this costs me like 4/10 there if I run an alternate line there. It makes no sense. Because it should cost like only 2/10 or so, but like no, it costs a shit ton of time for some reason. That line. I don't get it. That's the thing that gives me sad. Please don't give me that track limits game. Brakes, please, also work! Jesus Christ. The intermittent issues with these brakes. Luckily this is the last race I'm committed to this car with. I'm not driving a GT4 champ. I'm not signed up for any GT4 championships outside of this. And this is the last race of the season. Well, I mean, you didn't miss me struggling to slowly losing ground to the race leader and then getting shoved out wide by the guy in front of me, who has now a 5-second time penalty, but has been, for the most part, running away from me, especially if my brakes don't work. Hello, braking. I broke it by the usual breaking point. Why are you sometimes not working and why you sometimes do? This is very frustrating to work with. And then regularly having to let a GT3 through that corner by, which costs you like half a second immediately. When we're trading like basically thousands of a second lap by lap more. It's sort of the time frame that you just cannot afford losing. It's rain in 30 minutes, Lamau. Race ends in 16, but like... Yeah, the struggle is to just stay within 5 seconds of him when I should be in front of him. He literally just moved me out of the way. I would have otherwise easily kept the position against him. Yeah, and just shoved me off the road for the final corner. Because he had dive bombed me into the previous one, and it's just like... Bruh. No, you're not passing me into this corner. That's like an eternity of time loss.
Clear on the right.
Okay, he just given a bit of clear air, immediately starts making ground up again. It's back up to the 2.8 seconds we've been suffering from for a while now at this point. It seems my car is deciding that it's gonna fall off hard now. Oh, he did lose a lot of time out of this corner. We're gonna gain usually a bunch of time on the straight.
Gaining the driver ahead is sector 3.
A high ping player.
Also cars approaching.
Yeah, he is not a high ping player. The thing is, I have been down to like under 2 seconds behind him, but it's just... He will immediately start running away again. As soon as I have like any aspirations of closing in on him. Come on, turn.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Come on, brakes! For fucking sakes! This is the breaking point. Why are you sometimes coming in and out of functioning? Oh, he's gonna lose a lot of time with that. Yeah, and I mean, I still lost a bunch of time because I just suffered a lot of understeer for the corner all of a sudden. Now he's starting to get actually in striking distance from me. Although he needs to be within half a second for me to actually perhaps make an attempt on the run stretch. Well, let's actually try, see what we can do here to close in. We're slowly falling out of the 54 threes and now in the 54s.
Pit window is closing now.
Man, the brakes of this thing. Oh, understeered again. Because it loves to snap into understeer. It felt for like half the braking distance that the car's not gonna slow down, and then just suddenly made the apex perfectly. Understandable, have a good day. Come on, brakes. Oh, very bad run. Through there. Because I overshot the first apex due to the brakes again. Yeah, he was like literally 0.065 seconds faster than me. Like nothing. Oh, and then my brakes. Got a bit of an issue into turn 1. Like, that's just the margins that we're talking about here. It's absurd. Oh, not again. Got already one track cut because I ran wide there. I almost crushed my personal car since one of the wheel bearings broke. Whole steering knuckle had to be replaced from me of the no brake force. I mean, I don't. If the wheel bearing fails, like, you would still have functioning brakes. A lot closer than last time. I didn't have particularly the best run out of the corner, and he's gonna get slipstream on the front stretch as well. So let's see. No, he's way too deep there. He cooked himself. It's liquids below. Oh yeah, right. Because the bearing basically exploded and then spilled all its oily liquids over the brake discs. I see. And because, you know, it's a bearing, it's designed to make metal smoothly run with at the least amount of friction next to metal. You know, it isn't particularly designed to make it easy to stop on. Oh yeah, I mean, bearings that contain liquids to make reduce the friction of metal on metal, and then you apply it to a thing that is used to slow down using friction. Yeah, the braking performance will be a smidge reduced. I mean, the craziest thing that has happened with me in a car. I mean, granted, one of the things my dad actually did once that, was that he ran out of fuel on the autobahn and then coasted into the gas station. That was something. And no, the craziest thing that I've actually done was I punctured a tire by jumping a curb at 50 kilometers an hour. Basically, it was middle of the night. There was a construction site that moved you over to where usually the parking spots are. I've driven this road many times. The construction site was there for the first time that day. And I basically forgot to switch back to the left. Was too focused looking at traffic lights to notice that I was gonna literally jump the full height curb at that point. So yeah, I jumped the full height curb at 50 kilometers an hour and it instantaneously pushed the tire side wall into the rim of the wheel, which caused it to have like, I think about 4 or 5 centimeter long hole, which, well, obviously deflated the tire basically instantaneously. Like, I mean, by the time, from the time to the first low pressure warning, the thing went down to like literally 50 kilopascal. Like the thing just like had nothing in it already at that point.
Faster car approaching. Watch out. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Faster car behind you.
I think it was covered by insurance. It had run flat tires. Still towed the car.
Left. Clear on the left.
And then I took a taxi home. Could have actually gotten even reimbursed for the taxi, but like, honestly, I hate those 35 euros for that one. Hank is still trying things. Yeah, maybe I'll read what you just wrote in more detail because you wrote something about your Polo. Problem is, it's a long text, and doing that in the middle of the corners is a bit difficult to read. That was not right. It's really not good. Spun and almost went to the ditch. I damaged the suspension of my Polo first ever car as I tried to go. Slammed the front left tire onto a high curb. Yikes. Someone who's played a fair bit of BeamNG Drive, yeah, just that's alignment and wheel rim gone. Curbs are nasty. And it's funny that he's like, he has a 5-second penalty. There's really not much of a point in passing me. At this stage of the race, there's 2 minutes remaining. I think he's also like just...
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I mean, before this, there was a chance of him just running away enough. And it's quite reliable. What car are you driving, actually, currently? If you mention it like that. Let's say you drove Polo before. High curb around gas stations. No, I don't quite get what you mean. I understand usually the high curbs that you have to most sidewalks, which is roughly as high as like I mean, gas stations have around their gas pumps roughly such a high curb. Oh, that's a nice car. Oh, really nice car. Wait a minute, where's actually our... Hold on. Somewhere in this race we lost, our class leader. Because, the number 7 McLaren was leading the race. And he's just gone now. And Kallum is gonna win this again! Like, come the fuck on! Where did he go? Completely missed that apex. Yeah, I don't know, I can't. I can't.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful. Slow car ahead.
I damaged my parents' car. Well, it was... Well, it's fine anyway. But yeah, I don't own a car. I have a driver's license, but like, I don't own a car. I mean, I don't have an income, so... There's that. So I don't have I don't have a reason to, because I can just ride the train to the university. And that's significantly faster. Even, well, outside of perhaps the... Like, even if the Deutsche Bahn goes on to strike again, even if I have to, like, go into overcrowded buses and subways, it's still faster.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful. Yellow flag in sector.
You know, that becomes very much like from like a very short journey to like nearly a multi-hour one. Oh yeah, that as well.
Finish the race.
And then obviously buying the damn thing. Buying it and it's sort of the especially the more you go towards use, the more it also becomes the maintenance of the thing. We're on the final lap anyway now. Gonna have to figure out what the hell happened to the other McLaren driver. The last time we saw him... Yeah. And then you pay a lot of money also in the gas station. That's also a thing.
Great job, man. P2. Bring it back to the pits.
Yeah. We finished! Second! I mean... Was priced at 25k. Interesting. I mean, the question always is like, you know, what issues does this one have already that it is priced like that? Or what sort of issues doesn't it have? Well, we're facing a bit the wrong way here. Oh fuck. Oh! You get disqualified if you're driving backwards? Huh? Huh? I didn't think I would get disqualified driving the right direction by driving backwards? What? Huh? I did totally not expect that. Yeah, I drove in the right direction on the racetrack. I was just facing the wrong direction. Now that will have to be reported to the stewards because I want my second place in the race. I definitely want that my results. Anything else will not be tolerated, frankly. Because that's just a fucking bug at that point. Right, I wanted to figure out what the hell happened to the race leader. Yeah, what happened to Burke? Oh, he just disappeared after them. He did one more lap. Okay, he went to lap 9. Something happened to him here? He doesn't finish this lap, I can tell you that. Huh? He just suddenly teleported back to the pits there. Yeah. He suddenly just was teleported back to the pits. He wasn't even at start finish or anything. He was just teleported suddenly to the pits. Like, no. He was driving. Okay, he was hovering for a second there. But, like, not long. That was not a long disconnect. Yeah, I've been on 200 subs for a while now.
Green light, go, go, go. Where is actually our guy who we lost in this race? Fast tail. Got DC'd. Yeah, he got DC'd. Okay, that's the explanation.
Yeah, he was driving away with the win again. So, we've complained about this now. Let's see if something happens. Oh, Frisky Frank tweeted something. Reward for supporters reaching 500 followers on Twitch. Thank you very much. Who needs some basic socks when you could so high quality fire hose? God damn it! And his one's last actually above his knee. I want some. Actually, others. Well, I have some. I need to finally complete the Amazon order. I have all the things in my shopping cart. I'm just like sitting in front of my shopping cart on Amazon, just being like, should I pull the trigger? Should I pull the trigger on these things? And it's just like, no, yes, but I need some more fire hose again because of my old ones have been worn through because I've had them since, gosh. Some of these I had, I think the ones I'm wearing I have had now for 3 years, effectively. Yeah, I bought them in 2021. They're 3 years old, which is why they have so many holes. Right, like, is it shown here? Massive hole this one has. I'm wearing another sock underneath because I don't want to, I mean, the reason why I drive with socks in the first place is because I don't want my field on the cold metal, right? So I swapped into driving with fire eyes at some point. Yeah, that happens, right? We have a Porsche Cup race coming up on Sunday, so that's fun. It was actually the first round of that championship. Please tell me it's not something cancerous or anything. Oh, it's Barcelona. Pain Pekka. I mean, maybe that track will work out for me in the Porsche, you know? You never know. I know Watkins Glen will, which is the final round. Which means I have to blast some miles in that damn thing to drive that track. There's India on the schedule, which hopefully will also be nice, and then there's Bathurst for round 2, which will be hopefully nice. Which was decent last time around, but I wasn't like that quick on it. I think FIFA actually won also on that track, funnily enough. Barcelona on the other hand, that's fun. Oh, I got the ping finally from TOGA. Nope, that wasn't for that. Not pinged from somewhere else on the Discord, huh? Pressed on channel and got nothing. Right, so that's happened. Shiver metal in this pain pick together. Yeah. Right. So and the thing is, these are. I think, do I have still the blue ones? I think I still have the blue ones. The blue and white strap, because I didn't use those much. I think those I still have. It's just I haven't washed my clothes in a bit. Well, these types of clothes in a bit. Also, one of the things I have in my shopping cart is it's actually a kimono that I came across. And what do we have right now in the shopping kit and Amazon? I have a Type C to 3.5mm adapter because I have a Fair phone and it doesn't have a headphone jack. And they offer 5% off when you buy 4 items, and then I just added that one because silly stuff. Should probably remove it and even sacrifice those 5% for that. I have some fly highs, 3 of them striped, with pink, blue, purple, and black and white again. All with like pink and white, blue and white, you get. And then 2 white and black ones. And then some pair of the long ones that actually go over my knee and actually become a fly high. Then some outfits. Yeah, one of them is kimono. Yeah, one of like other laundry items that I should probably stop discussing here on a stream. This is 11 plus and nothing further. Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, I do have some Bluetooth headphones that I like never to none use because they're like garbage. I've had repeatedly issues where like I put them in their box and then when I take them out of the box for once in a blue moon, one of them is just completely discharged or they're not charged at all despite that the box has power still. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing in there? Why did you not charge? And then they constantly just have connection issues. Like you just like, my phone is literally like half a meter away from you. How the hell are you dropping repeatedly connections? Like, it's not completely disconnecting, but like your continuous audio just like, sometimes one ear disappears, sometimes both disappear for a bit. And I did game at some point actually on them because my usual headset, the Logitech G633, I think is its name. Yeah, 633. It chewed for some time through micro USB cables because it still uses micro USB. So I finally found a cable that actually is angled and survives more than 5 minutes on it. So I didn't have an issue in a while. But like I chewed for those regularly, and then when they suffer a cable break, right underneath the connector, they constantly just drop connection to the PC, and it's just like, nope, that can't be used really. So I at some point actually used my Bluetooth in-ears, and it's just like, gosh, they're off. It's for anything that isn't listening to music, like the lag is terrible. Listening to music or actually videos is also fine. I haven't actually watched any like videos at all like in a while outside of in-ears. It's been actually a while. And the in-ears I have aren't like actually really good at all. I kind of would like some USB-C ones, you know, but like I can't find any really that are USB-C, so I guess I will continue using. I don't want to use full earphones for like carrying around with me. It's just, on the other hand, if I buy USB-C in-ears, it's like if I carry them like usually in my pocket, it's just they're gonna, like all the cheapo in-ears that I've been buying over the last few years. Couple of pairs that I've bought. Whenever like the last one completely fails, it's like they're gonna at some point break. They always turn into the Gordons. Not. Can't you want my option? See your wallet would be sad. Yeah, that's also a thing. As I said, like I don't even use them that often. I mean, I've in the past, like I regularly watched anime while I commuted because it was like the right length for like an episode. But like. Recently, I've been just playing my Switch, so that's like a pretty decent option. You don't have audio, but like yeah, I mean you can play most games without audio, so there's that. I finally got a response on the multiclass thread. Nah, I still didn't get a response from the stewards. 5-second penalty for car 78 for forcing car 77 off the track. Yes, the two Lukas also used two car numbers that were literally basically the same. So in here, so it's slowly nothing at 2. I use them more often. Also, I probably have those two. Like, that's the thing I should... That's also the thing I should probably deal with. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't... I have a diagnosis, so I shall not use those terms on me. Yeah, it's just a thing. I should perhaps consider actually using like earplugs at times. But I have usually the tendency to distract myself very easily with other things and get immersed in whatever other thing I do. So I don't tend to really need to shut out outside distractions. I usually am more than capable of bringing distractions with me. I can very much distract myself sufficiently with my own abilities. What do you mean? Oh, those beeps sounds? Let me just... That's my index controls that are turned on. That's why I have hands now. Because, you know, I'd have them how my setup is. I calibrate at the start of the stream. I put my arms next to me and I switch the controls off and then I put them away. So I can focus on driving. I'm not like, what's his name? I'm not like Lithium Fox, right? Lithium Fox does like probably tracking on his hands. I don't quite know, but like I know Mentrix has like the software that allows his model to like attach his hands to the steering wheel and steer according to how much degrees he's putting in. That's no, I don't have. So like what I do is like literally I turn the controllers next to me off and then just I'm left with a tracking software. I mean, the calibration is right now really shit because I have my hand right now in front of my mouth and it's like down there. Like this is my hands resting on top of my headset. This is about eye height. Yeah, the calibration can get a bit weird. It makes a bit more sense, the software, when you know, use full body tracking. But like even then, the calibration can get a bit odd and off. What I do is not really intended with the software, and I'm basically abusing the shit out of it. But I've noticed like nearly 3 years ago that you can get away with doing this stuff. You can't get away with just having your headset. It needs to effectively think there are controllers to actually do anything. And once these controllers have existed at some point and they just disappear because they're off, then they just remain in that position for the most part. I've had issues at times where like it decided to merge the hands together when turning them off in a certain way. I haven't had that bug in years at this point, so yeah, which reminds me of RCKs and motor controllers. And they sound a bit different, I would say. I actually have experience with that stuff. Funnily enough. Although it's been a while since I've heard an RC, Cal. Motor controller. How do I realize hand tracking with a Quest 2? Well, a Quest 2 does support hand tracking without controllers, so that's actually an interesting thing. That could actually work then for tracking for the VTuber model, I guess. But like then again, I don't know if it actually can be exported out of the headset, really. Horrors beyond comprehension. It wasn't too bad. But yeah, I mean, it is a bit of horrors of the beyond comprehension, because instead of this position, the model will assume this position. Effectively, just like just merge things together. I mean, worse than this, because I'm holding two controls together. But yeah, things like this happen. But yeah, I know that the Quest 2 does support hand tracking, but I don't know if it's like it can export this hand tracking data outside of the Quest. If it can support desktop experiences that use hand tracking effectively, that can utilize this hand tracking data. As far as I know, they can't. It was a bit sad. The hell of posing and turning into a demon. Yeah, especially, you know, if you're out chat and you have full body tracking and then you put something down and it just goes. It's nearly as bad as BeamNG Drive when you hit a curb a bit too hard and the physics engine just says no. If you hit something a bit too hard and the physics engine just combusts and vertices are just thrown everywhere. Yeah, that's fun. I mean, you guys have still not replied to this, so I guess I need to raise even a ticket with these people. Right. But I think I will wrap the stream up now. It's been nearly 2 hours. Yeah. I haven't streamed much this week. I probably should have done more, but yeah, I mean, I will be back on tonight from Sunday to Monday for Porsche Cup, paying Pekka for that one. Why am I doing this to myself? Really? Why? But yeah, I will be driving that. Otherwise, I don't think I will do any streams in the meantime. I need to really prepare for this exam, and I still haven't done anything. God damn it, why am I like this? I've been spending way too much time in the comfy hell of my bed. It's become a bit of an issue again. Right. It pauses the simulation. Oh yeah. Oh, when it pauses the simulation, that's also fun. Man, I haven't played BeamNG. Well, actually, I have played BeamNG relatively recently. I've even been on stream with it, playing it in VR, testing out VR mode, and yeah, it just hasn't been unfortunately reliable. Like, I don't know what quite happens. I think it's because the game just stops responding at some point. I'm standing still, the game is fine in VR. But like sometimes if I move for like 5 minutes, if I move for a slight bit, like 5 seconds into just driving down the road, the game just crashes, basically, soft locks itself. Last time I tried, but I think that was in like November or October, something like that, when the update was new for VR in BeamNG. So that's been a thing. But outside of that, I haven't played very much BeamNG. I did get it at some point to run very long around the Italy map, but when I didn't just turn the corner going towards a big city, it just died again. So something was with computational power, I guess, a bit too much for it still. I guess. Hey, I mean... Right. With the Roomba. Roomba, I guess. Be County. Yes. Yeah, that one. I do remember back in the day, like, for the time, large American Desert like themed map. Not the official one, a different one. With like long highways where I was using the Dragster Pigeon version. The Pigeon in Dragster configuration. So with long with a very long frame, very powerful engine. It basically stripped the entire thing down to like the minimum parts and like got the thing up to like 450 kilometers an hour or something. Yeah, that regularly paused the simulation because you hit stuff very quickly when that thing goes south. I do have also still a video on my channel of me driving around another very large map. Doing a full lap without wiping out on that thing. Which, that took quite a few attempts. That one, I drove a Sunburst in a modified hill climb configuration. And that, yeah, it's in the depths of my channel. It predates me regularly streaming and it predates me doing VTuber stuff. So, must have been like 28. Let me actually check. How old is that video? How old is this thing? YouTube Studio? I think it's here. I don't have much in terms of... Hello, can I please go to the content tab? It must be a video, actually. Oh god, this goes back. Jesus. That's not... I guess I need to go already on the second page for this? Did I even drive this on controller? Maybe. I don't even know if I drove this on controller still. Because it's that old, maybe. No, it can't be that old. Like, if I go back to 2017, I go back to those videos. Man, my English was bad at the time still. Here's my cold Toronto video and lost that pass in SRGP. That's been newer than that. Oh yeah, there's Beam&G American Road TT. Back in February of 2018. Can you imagine that 6 years ago at this point? Jesus fucking Christ. That's a long time ago. Like, the video is 15 minutes long of me just driving around the outside perimeter, basically, of that map. Manhunt in NG at one point. Manhunt. So effectively a police chase, you mean? In BMG. That thing has 2 dislikes for some reason. No, who disliked that video? It's like, it's boring. Like, for the most... Well, it is very fast, but like, it's relatively boring. So yeah, let me move that over to my... No, if we don't want to move my entire browser, we want to just... I want just a tab. Okay, we're not getting just a tab. Okay, fine. Sure. Then let me just briefly move this over here. You will have this maximized over here. So, back here. Studio mode, because I need to make sure when I switch to just desktop that it actually goes to the correct screen. Yes, it does. Good. Okay. But yeah, this is the video. I mean, the quality is kind of shit. Like, this is 1080p and like I can count the pixels here. This is awful. I mean, even my VR streams are not quite as bad as this. Wait, if it was 2018... Oh yeah, that's still on my old PC. Do I have the specs in the description? No, I don't have that. Another code, yeah, the American Road. Yeah, this is still my 20... This is still my old PC with a... I think still at that time with the GTX 960. And my... what other GPU did I have? My CPU was still... I think I had the i5 at the time already. I was still already using the i5 3470K. Which was also very old at that point, so... but still, I think those should still be able to push high fidelity. Although actually, this is probably because of that recorded on NVENC, so. And if I didn't push like stupid numbers of encoding, this is probably not that good looking. But yeah, this is a long video. It's literally 15 minutes long. I mean, there's large parts of like. I mean, it is a section very fast. Yeah, I think we do push 300 at some point. I mean, this early section I did quite a few times. I mean, I do remember having done this, but like I don't act. At some point, I had to remind myself, like, wait a minute, when I browsed through my videos, like, wait a second, did I actually finish it around and not just like try it? It's actually something I finished. Which is kind of like amazing. I didn't even finish this at all. But yeah, I think I did this on the steering wheel. Yeah, the inputs are clearly with me with the steering wheel, not on the controller. There's a brief moment in time that I drove BMG on the steering wheel. When I got a steering wheel back in 2017. I bought my TMX, I think. And then in 2019 I bought my T300, which I'm still using. I did buy it in, I think, I think in 2021 was when I bought actually these T-LCM pedals. I think that's 2021. Yeah, it was when one of my first races with SRXP, the springs failed again on my T3PA, so I decided to swap out. I was using Fire pedal camera already at the time, but I was not using streaming. I was not streaming with a VTO model yet. That would happen in late 2021. Yeah, what the fuck is this, by the way, down here? I guess this is the new AI garbage that Microsoft Windows is pushing. God, I'm not that often actually in Windows anymore these days. It's just I don't know if there actually is a solution for reprojecting Windows in VR for Linux, and generally the VR experience also on Linux hasn't been too great. I've been playing quite a bit of Elite Dangerous in a few days, but like it's occasionally a bit rough. Also, I can only get VR for some reason to work on X11 and not on Wayland. I cannot get it to work on my Plasma Wayland session. It's a bit weird. Right. There's a lot of twisty stuff in some sections, but like this. Yeah, 33 kilometers. It did overheat at some point. Yeah, you can see the brake discs are overheating. Yes, this thing is like it's definitely a long lap. Although my confidence in driving this section here is definitely diminished. There's not as much throwing it around quite. Although I'm still throwing it around quite a bit. long stretches here in the later parts of the way. It is a multi-lane highway, effectively. I don't know, will we actually break 300 kilometers an hour on this? This is actually the finishing stretch. Green line is right in the middle of this township. We seem to top out at 290 here. Yeah, we basically just now finished the lap. I think we have to, yeah, 44.8 kilometers in 14 minutes and 45 seconds. Based on the video. Right. I don't want to close the video. Let's transition back here. Okay, what did you say over here? I hate client side. Creating a new account for my mum is like hell on back. Reminds me of the East Coast. Yeah. I mean, what was the name again of the road? There was no description. Yeah, it's the American Road is the name of the BeamNG map. Let me briefly open it again. No, we're not want to watch it again. Because I have a link actually to the map. It does still exist. You can still install it. It is a very large and detailed map for BeamNG Drive. You can find it, find here everything you want to have. 8 gigabytes of RAM or more. You do need do not download this map if you have less than 8 gigabytes. Patience, map can load can take 3 to 4 minutes. A generally powerful PC. Yeah, they advertise highways, normal roads, rally roads, mountain off-roads, swamps, a full-sized racetrack in the middle as well. I forgot about that. Dirt track, some cities, mountain roads. We saw some. A desert region. I don't remember there being a desert region actually. Maybe the map did get extended at some point. Yeah, the map had its most recent release in 2023. So like the map is still getting actually actively developed. It first released in December of 2017. So I drove this for the first time back roughly then. It does say it's an 11 by 11 kilometers map, so I don't think the size probably changed at all, considering I did drive. I mean, we could look actually briefly in the updates log and see if it like got changed at all. I've dropped something 64 gigabytes. Yeah, I do have 64 gigabytes of RAM nowadays as well. Back then I had 16. I mean, you need it already in 20s. New speed limit signs, minor bug fixes, render distance fixes, minor changes. Then here, traffic updates in 2019, improved compatibility with the traffic tool, bug fixes, new highway textures, and more. North Barstow update. All towns have now their own name, updated trees, new desert region with a new spawn point. Yes, I'm not high or something. There was no desert region. That was patched in October 2019. Yes, that was not there yet. This map predates that desert region. Okay, there's an update with no description. There's another update. Then X3 collisions, fixed sky color, some fixes. Update makes Simtar fixes a lot of texture problems. Fixed issues with landscape textures again. Fixed issues with foliage textures again. Which is the latest update. There was like a 2-year break basically between 2021 when was the last update. But yeah, the last console update this thing released was in 2019, and then it's since been a bunch of fixes. But he still is quite active and still fixes a lot of problems this map has. So I was like, that's kind of cool. It still works on used versions, I assume. Yeah. So. It's the shorter, just the 30 series cards. I bought in January of 2021. I bought my graphics card, the RX 6800, because I was sitting on a 1060. I had basically as a loan a 1066 gigabyte, and I couldn't play ACC with that. For example, I could still play R-Factor 2 in VR, which I had switched actually to driving in VR. Yes, I was driving VR in racing sims on a fucking 1060. I'm mentally insane. But yeah, you could load into ACC, but the game would basically go pastel colors on you because the VRAM ran out. 6 GB was not enough. So I was considering a graphics card update, but then back in like October there was no graphics card, so like I decided to buy full body tracking at the time. So that was a thing I bought because I was active in VR chat at the time. And then 2021 came around, and you had this thing. Where people, where the crypto mining was starting to come up. It was like picking up momentum in January, and I was like, oh shit, I'm not gonna stay on my old graphics card for the next year. So I just went, okay, fine, I'm gonna see what I can buy, and like, you could buy some graphics card. Like, I paid 800 euros for this thing, and MSRP this thing goes for 580 or something. That graphics card should have been MSRP something like 580. Because it's a graphics card is in between a RTX 3070 and 3080, if I remember correctly. Was it slightly below a 3070, something like that? There's 1060 as well. Sold that card from old Ryzen 5 2600 to a friend of Austria for 500 euros. Yeah, I did upgrade my CPU earlier in 2020 to a Ryzen 3 3300X. Bought 16 gigabytes of RAM and a 1 terabyte SSD, NVMe SSD. So I did that, which turned out was a bit of a bottleneck for the graphics card when I was trying to play. When I got that one, I had at first I actually had driver issues with my GPU because one of the early the stable driver for, what was the stable driver? I think the recommended driver did not quite properly work. Resulted that in VR specifically, not in benchmarks, but only in VR, the graphics card would randomly clock down to 500 megahertz instead of 2 gigahertz. It usually runs at 2 gigahertz. It clocked for some reason down to 500 megahertz, and you just got stuck there. And obviously, the GPU does not render particularly fast at many frames at 500 megahertz. I was trying everything to reproduce this thing without VR. It never happened, and at some point, finally, the update released to fix the problem. And I stopped having issues. It was great. It was awesome. Yeah, that was a thing. Then I dealt with... And then I also decided, like, okay, fine, my CPU is not particularly great. I made a bit of a poor investment choice with going for an R3. So I decided to buy a 5900X. And basically build a completely new PC. Besides, I carried over my storage, that was the only thing. But I bought a new power supply, I bought a new case, I bought a new cooler, I bought a new CPU, motherboard, RAM. Instead of 16 gigabytes, I went for 64. I bought all of that. Will not keep, but I'm still staying with that one. I did buy more storage. I did buy another 2 terabyte Sata SSD, and then I bought in October. Yeah, I think it was in October last year. I bought a 2 terabyte NVMe SSD, and that's where my Linux install lives on right now. So I have. I mean, I'm running out of space on like literally 3 terabytes of internal storage on this thing. Like my 1 terabyte NVMe and my 2 terabyte SATA are like not really enough. Although I did shovel a bunch of footage now onto my NAS that I had laying around that I wasn't using actively. Shoveled some abandoned projects over there, so that freed up some space, and because I bought also like more storage back then for NAS, this has been really good. I have 8 terabytes of storage on the NAS, so previously I had for the last few years only 1, so this is very cursed. I have my hands on the back of my head and it's like my elbows and everything would glitch. Right. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've basically, when I rebuilt this PC, I then got a end of 2021. I got a new power supply to then put a server together, and that's basically where my R3 right now lives. My R3, I did buy 32 gigabytes of RAM for it recently with the storage update, so it was running for a long time, the 16. It's now running 32. So that system is also a lot of... I always use PC Part Picker. Never considered that those guys have like... Yeah, I've been always using PC Part Picker for... Since back to my RX 6... my AMD, not RX, what is it called? AMD FX 6300. AMD FX 6300, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and GTX 960. Also, by the way, that PC is standing back there. Back there. My main PC is right next to me, to the right hand side, and then my disk is a bit more there, and then my PC is all the way back there because it's literally lays on the motherboard lays on a cardboard box. Yeah, I had an FX 6300. I tried running ACC on it with Pop OS. It was funny. It didn't work until you loaded AI in. Then it didn't work anymore. And like it bottlenecks the GTX 1060. The 960 wasn't quite, but you got literally no performance improvement from switching from GPU. The horrors of that CPU. I even ran like I did run VRChat once on that system. Like I used my 960 with my index on that system as a test, effectively. I hate it so much. I mean, I actually didn't hate that CPU too much. Although I do have to admit, I side graded up to the i5, obviously, as I mentioned earlier, which I probably used when I recorded that video back there. But yeah, I used that i5 for a while. But it's... That CPU is... I did have issues back in the day, actually, with its... The 2 gigabyte. I had a 4 gigabyte always. I bought the 4 gigabyte version of the 960. I made the decision to buy the 4 gigabyte version of the 960. That's what I went for. So I've been using the 960 and 4 gigabyte configuration for. So that's... heck, I even, like... I did try, I think the hard drive that I had connected right now to it has Pop OS installed on it. Or... I think it has Pop OS installed on it and is... I have... was it Stable Diffusion on there? And actually, like, on a 964 gigabytes running Stable Diffusion. It does work. It genuinely does. And considering Stable Diffusion just doesn't work with AMD GPUs. It is significantly faster than my CPU running Stable Diffusion, so that's actually impressive. It does work. You can even run like 4 images in parallel and the thing still works, but like you do not get any performance improvements. It runs at basically the same time as if you would run 4 sequentially. So that's something, I guess. It's not a great GPU in that sense for that. But you do get... how long does it take? I think like 20 seconds to minutes? I think about 20 seconds to compose an image or something of like random average quality. Quite impressive in a sense. Problem is I don't have networking to that PC. My old Wi-Fi sticks have failed, and the only LAN cable into the room is plugged into my main PC, and it's not getting run over there to that one. That's not happening. So yeah, that's that. Stable diffusion on a GTX 960 goes on next level cursed stuff. Regretful assertion of switching to the Intel territory. I mean, yeah. And do I need to say more? Was the Skylake i5 that bad? I have a what's it called? I have the i5 6200U in my laptop, which is a 2-core 4-thread processor. 4 threads, 2 cores. It's not terrible, but like it lagged under Windows. It lagged when you scrolled through Discord servers. It lagged. I think now that I first switched to Ubuntu back in 2021 on that one, and then switched to Arch recently. I did an Arch install on that one as well. And I think now the Flatpak version of Discord actually scrolls normally on that thing. Although it's an old laptop at this point, it's for 2016, so the thing has like 90 minutes of battery life with some... if you're lucky. AI stuff makes me mad. Fair enough, I suppose. I mean, considering my networking issues and just... I've tried it, it's just... I've not used it much. Anything. I've done... Yeah, I have tried it, but like I haven't done anything really with it. I've actually also tried like AI voice changing and stuff, but like that's also like just doesn't work well. The pain is that like have you read actually the recent news that Mozilla is interested in doing AI as well now? Is developing something for AI into the browser. It's pain. Like you can literally run the open. You wanna run Chromium, or do you wanna run Chromium that also contributes to some sort of AI, or do you wanna run Firefox, which is also the AI browser now? Like, man. It's pain. You can basically not dodge it at this point anymore. They are gonna force legislators effectively to just accept that it's... Even though it should be on copyright grounds illegal, straight up. There is no reason. Because they're stealing data to produce artificial intelligences. Or more replication algorithms. Let's be real about it. They are replication algorithms. Turn them mad. I went back to next week, man. I forget. Yeah. It's pain. It's genuinely just pain. This customer workforce now planning to push AI. Yeah. It's basically gonna become unavoidable. I mean, as I said, it's basically illegal because you're stealing data, but like on the other hand, they're basically in the process of strong-arming the legislators to just accept it. And then they fear just strong-arming the legislator into accepting it while fear-mongering that, like, oh, it will gain sentience, we need to regulate it. No, it's not gaining sentience, it's just a stupid algorithm that reproduces things that has been fed. It's not smart in any sense. The problem is it's really good at producing boilerplate. And our society has a shit ton of boilerplate, so I guess that's where it's competent. That you can convince it's a monkey on a typewriter. Just that the monkey has seen a lot of Shakespearean works and just like is making an attempt to replicate them. Right. That's it. It's a Parkit is good at imitating, yeah. Yeah, it is basically just imitating stuff. The creative part is that basically it may or may not combine things that are unrelated into one thing together. Like two unrelated things are that haven't previously been combined and can now be combined. But like, great, awesome, we could do this before. Like, here. Like, unfortunately, I guess we have to settle for the reality that, like, this stuff is gonna be shoved down our throats and we cannot do anything about it. In some way, even if we, like, you know, succeed in one country, if the US for some reason somehow turns around and says, like, no, OpenAI stole data, you can't actually use this, and GitHub Copilot is illegal. And just China's gonna make something like this. Some other country, you can basically not avoid it. So yeah. So yeah. Hello, Skype, my old friends. Yeah. And I did point out, what the fuck is also the button that is now on the desktop of the bottom? Let me actually swap back to my desktop view. Like, what the fuck is this button here? I don't know if you can see my mouse cursor, but like, yeah, this button there. Great. Awesome. That's just pain. They're gonna shove that stuff down your throat. Yeah, it's very clear that what it is. It's Copilot. And the only hope is that, you know, an AI doesn't decide to randomly actually hit the rec file to disable that. Maybe. But as I mentioned earlier, I'm not booting into Windows that regularly, so I'm surprised it's there. It's just like, I guess I will ignore that. So I have to come back to this thing again to do something and then go back to Linux. Genuinely, the time I spend in Windows is like really low these days. I stream in Windows and then basically like I might run it for a few more hours afterwards because I'm already booted into an operating system, so might as well not bother to reboot. But then again, if I have to do specific things, the homework folder, my network drive in my case. In my case, it's the network drive because, you know, I store my stuff on my NAS. My couple of gigabytes of the stuff. I do have a bunch of stuff in the downloads folder. I could do a wash by accident. If I open my downloads folder, I couldn't pull a wash. I think I did something. I did have some loot imagery once on my stream by accident. Nothing like what he did. Although, I mean, I'm running an Urkanic livery. So at least I wouldn't have to argue that I have goblins. I can be honest. Even though I don't have that much actually of that material, I should hit, you know. Gosh, I do have, I think, a few images in that folder. Oh, yeah, I want to open the context menu for you. Can I open context menu on this thing? Like, can I see properties? Ah, yeah, here it is. Well, this is gonna take a moment till it figures out how many gigabytes this is. We're already at like nearly 20. Yeah, the Lush incident. On the secondary phone. Kind of what I'm doing still. Because I have so many, well, it's actually not loot tabs that I have still open on my old phone. It's actually cute images that I had on my old phone open that I hadn't downloaded at the time because I didn't have a way of sorting them. So it's just they're leftover of cute anime girl pictures. So I'm processing through those. Those are having to be processed. Right now, but on I think on the SD card there's some stuff that's loaded. I think I moved most of it off there. Yeah, I do have. Yeah, it finished also calculating how large that folder is. It's 111 gigabytes. Yes, I have a bit of this stuff. 111 gigabytes, but there's animations. I do have videos. I have animations. I do have doujinshins, I do have images, because you cannot trust the internet to not just suddenly go on a purge and delete a bunch of stuff. I don't trust the internet anymore. The internet is great at not forgetting about a thing you wanted to forget, but it is really terrible at remembering things you really needed to remember. You can trust the internet to remember that you did something really embarrassing 20 years ago. But it is terrible at remembering that one instruction manual you really needed. So no say so. I'm definitely not say so. Gosh, I'm so not say so. I have gigabytes. To the task. Yeah, I do have. I mean, in comparison, the anime girl pictures. One. How large are you actually? It's not as large, I'm pretty sure. Oh, it's 1.7 gigabytes, but that's only images. It's 2,000 files. The animes, just general animes, that I have downloaded onto the NAS. That is 250 gigabytes. Just anime is 250. Although the anime movies are their own thing, and that's okay. The anime movies are only 10. Not anime. That's 13. What is not anime? Oh, that's the F1. The F1 races F1 uploaded. The archive folder is something. That's 298 gigabytes of former VTuber VODs. So I have a few things archived. Whenever a certain VTuber graduates, I do download some of their VODs. my mind is doing that already. Yeah. I mean, it's sort of... I can... The problem is I'm probably not able to find the actual specific... I mean, I could try actually tracking that image down. I definitely can't show it on stream, the image. Right? I definitely cannot show that specific image on stream because that will be immediately delete me if I do that. But the image itself I should likely be able to find. Although, nah, even if I sort for date, it's I'm not sure I can actually find it. The specific image that, like, started me actually collecting images. It's a very specific, kind of cute, but, like, quite lewd, obviously. It's like, yeah, it is a very reality image, but, like, but also very cute, kind of image. That basically sent me down the fucking rabbit hole, and it's instead like, whenever I see something that is really good quality, it's like, right click, save that shit immediately. God, I think I'm not finding that one. I sorted by date, and it's like, man, it's not greatly sorted. Although it's date modified, it's not creation date, but I'm not sure I'm gonna actually find it with creation date either. 1.8 terabytes. I'm gonna get the Monka to use. 1.8 terabytes. I mean, I haven't archived actually VHS and stuff we have around the house. You did earlier mention you've resorted your movie shelf. You did mention that. I'm kind of curious what you probably did with that one. But yeah, I haven't archived actually all the DVDs and stuff we have. That's not in there. 4K archiver that dumps us his own movies, yeah. That's kind of the thing. We have only DVDs, so like this shit goes only up to 720p at best, and like, besides the VHS tapes. Yeah, we have a bunch of VHS, so that's fun. I think we still have the VHS player actually still standing around. I don't know if it works. I do know the cassette player does not work anymore, unfortunately. That one has suffered belt degradation, and that one doesn't work anymore. 576p. Yeah, that's more likely that that's the weird quality that they're coming in. I do not know, but like, sure, it's probably the case. I am not gonna go grab them right now. Wasn't it that I like found? Yeah, I think the DVDs right now are like in a box, in just a random box. The VHS are on like a shelf actually, but the DVDs I think are on a random box in there. Where I finally also found the Wii in there, and extracted it effectively. Like music cassettes. Yeah, the cassette player. I mean music cassettes. I mean the interruption screen in K-On! Tapes, yes. And that's the in-between, the A and B sides. Or what is it? Halfway point in the episode when K-On! Uses a cassette logo. Also, that's a random fucking trivia. Like tape decks that eat tapes. It doesn't eat tape, it just can't transport it. That's the sad part with the tape deck. It doesn't transport it, and the wannabe Walkman doesn't transport either anymore. So they're just dead, unfortunately, in that sense. Although they probably just need belts. The motors still work, they just don't transport because the belts are dead. That's the point. The VHS player, I don't know if that works still. I think we still have it around. But like, I mean, it might, if I don't like secure it or anything, it might fall mercy to getting randomly thrown out. So that's been a thing also recently. Business casualing around in the media shelf. I do have some. Actually, self-burn probably cassettes from my dad laying around. I wanted to just like play back and archive them, but like haven't been able to due to the failure of the cassette decks and like we're Laserdisc. No, we did not have Laserdisc. We peaked at DVD. We went from VHS to DVD. That's like the most technological evolution. For CD as well. That's the end of the thing. I mean, we're one of those fucking families that bought a Wii with a balance board. So not gonna lie, I'm misusing tape. Man, I kind of wanted to restore actually the tape play the Walkman player, because you can just feed it like AA batteries and then like you can use a 3.5mm jack, and I mean technically the radio still works in the thing, but like you can just feed it tapes and if I get that one working and the tape deck, I could like literally like put like some like some completely modern music, like I don't know, it's some Hololive or some song. I mean, I could also say fitting with the Kallum in Loricon Requiem, but like sure, we're going for like I don't know, some hacker spells, produce stuff, or like I mean the city pop that the city pop song Marine and Gura made together. That would fit really well on a tape. But like put that on a tape and then like listen to it. Listen to a tape player. Like you just flex on people and on the S-Bahn by having a Walkman style rip off Walkman and on your hip, listening on some old headphones. Just like, yeah, out of which century did you emerge? Stream ending. I've been trying to wrap up for Jesus Christ. Has it been 48 minutes that we've been continuing on? I think it's been 48 minutes of overtime at this point. Frapskiller's not letting me go. He's keeping me hostage here. He's held me hostage to talk about PC specs, media formats, God knows what we're gonna talk next about. Historic PC specs, we've now gone over to cassettes and video players. It's been something. But when did I actually write it here? Let me just check. My message was written at 2228. Yeah, the race ended about an hour and 11 ago. It's been a while. Yeah, we've gone through a few things on the this has turned into half of just a chatting stream. God damn it. I will finally get on the work and end this. I will be back on Sunday to Monday for the Porsche Cup Series at 1:30 AM Central European Time. And whatever that is in American time zones. No, it's fine. I didn't have anything planned. I think this does allow me to just go straight to bed at this point. So that's, I guess, a good thing. And get my sleep schedule back to something normal, because I went from... I went on Wednesday to bed... no, well, not Wednesday. I went to bed for... I went on Tuesday. I went to bed early and woke up at like 4 a.m. And then I went to bed really late on... Well, it was Wednesday at that point. It was at that point Thursday. I went to bed at like, what was it, 4 a.m., something like that. And then woke up at like 8. And then slept a bit longer. But like, yeah, I literally went from go to bed really early and wake up way too fucking early to like be awake during my previous sleep time. It's can I have something normal, please? No? Okay, fine, whatever. It's fine. I will survive this. Not. In any case, in case I do survive it, I shall be back, as I said, on Sunday. I don't know when I will be back next week. Don't know. Because this series that I was running that runs today doesn't run anymore. So I might be back for an off-schedule stream during the week at some point. Probably not before Tuesday. So yeah, I might do some off-the-cuff streaming. But I will be back next week on Saturday again for V-Track. Let's hope we get an LFM BOP before then, or that I don't get utterly shit on with the underpowered NSX at that point. Yeah, this is fun. We shall see. Maybe I sign up for some championship in the meantime. I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. Right. I'm sorry, I will end this now. Good night. For like the 5th time now. Bye bye.